But that last session, all of like the vibratory hum stopped, the sights and sounds stopped. It wasn't like this sensory overload like all the other experiences were. It was the exact opposite. It was this deafening silence where I felt as though my body was kind of being pulled in all directions and kind of like floating, not falling, but completely disconnected from these hypersensational feelings that I had just experienced for the last, hour and a half. And in that final experience, I felt as though I really got the answers that I needed. It's not a matter of connecting all these dots in your life. It's a matter of enjoying the space between the dots. It's a matter of being here, right now. And I came out of that experience not with all my problems solved. If anything, a spotlight now shone on all my problems. But I realized that I didn't need to waste all of my internal energy dealing with shit in the past or the future. That I could focus on it right here and now. And it sounds like such a basic thing, but that was really what started my ability to have a life full of just gratitude and joy and contentment. And I think that's actually one of the most beautiful aspects of psychedelics is it does find that subjective crack in your psyche that only you know is there. And a lot of times people run from that. And it's so easy to fool yourself, to lie to your spouse, to lie to your therapist, to lie to your friends, where uh, you can't lie to yourself while looking in the mirror on 5 grams of shrooms or going deep with the intent on DMT or an ayahuasca session and think you're going to bullshit yourself. When you can make yourself have goosebumps instantly, when you can induce lucid dreaming, like when you start adding all of these levels of ability to control your body, again, it just makes the human experience that much more fun to enjoy because I know how high my body can vibrate. I know what my mind can experience. So I look for that in my waking state. I look for the magic when I look at a tree. I try to feel the energy vibration coming from a bee. When I hug somebody, I'm trying to pick up how they vibrate, and that may sound weird to some people, but I know that's how my body works. It's just so profound and so
Mhm.
beautiful and so just source, God, like and it's not a religious
Right.
word. It's not even a spiritual word. It's a something just way greater. We're something bigger, part of something bigger and greater, and that runs on vibration and information. And love is one of the best fuels of that information.
100%, man.
Because I had to go through some really deep shadow work, and now here I am on the other side of that, and I guess the best way to sum it all up is you asked how I was before recording, and the honest answer was excellent, and that the last 365 days of my life have been filled with bliss, contentment, joy, goosebumps, everyday gratitude, thankfulness, and truly being comfortable in my own skin, which for anybody dealing with depression, anxiety, or the bullshit that we've both been through, to say that and mean it, it's such a win. We as humans are special because we're able to interact and thrive in this time-based reality. As much as I like to explore those other dimensions and those kind of non-corporeal, non-physical aspects of my consciousness, the beauty of it isn't to be there 100% every day, all day in this DMT state or, tripped out. It's really to be able to take that back where you know how special your physical body is and you know how lucky you are to receive those vibrations. And subsequently, that means, every sip of coffee is amazing. Every bite of ice cream
Mm.
is amazing. Every time you make love to a woman, it's amazing. But I can say with 100% confidence, my experience is that I have had quite a few interactions with non-physical, non-corporeal beings of the highest of intelligence that communicate through nonverbal means that have truly changed my life. I'm approaching it with curiosity, not
Right.
fear, which is when I go into these elevated states, whether it be through deep meditation or through DMT, um, I am interacting with something, but I feel comfortable hanging and banging in that space. I feel like I've done enough practice where not to necessarily bring it on, and I don't want to sound cocky, but cool. Like if this is the next way of communicating, then let me be a voice, let me be an interpreter, whether it be for the laser experiment, for Monroe, for DMT. I guess kind of sign me up. But there's the point of all of this, and maybe back to the original premise of what we started with. We are way more than our physical
Mm.
body, and once you accept that as a premise, fuck, like what's the limit?